Ah! Oh no! Whoa! Oh no! G'day guys, welcome back to the channel, and for those who are new to the channel, just welcome. So today I'm going to be starting a brand new Space Engineer survival series, and it's going to be kind of a semi-hardcore survival series, in addition to my other series which is also known as Wasteland Survival. Now the reason why I call this a semi-hardcore survival series is because I've introduced a few mods to make my life a little bit more difficult and hopefully make the game a little bit more interesting. So the first and most important mod that I've introduced into this series is an ore distribution mod that changes the locations of ores. So essentially what it does is it restricts the amount of ores that you can find in asteroids to things like iron, nickel, silicon and silver. So that means that we do not have access to cobalt at the start of this game, because obviously we're in space. Now I can get access to cobalt on planets like Earth, like Triton and Pertam. However, I do still have access to wrecks that I can find in the world. So if we go to this unknown signal, for example, we could potentially get metal grids from here which are made by cobalt. Now, unfortunately, cobalt is kind of an important resource, especially when you're starting out in the game. So you need that for things like advanced assemblers and advanced refineries. And what I mean by that is like basically the third tier of refinery and the third tier of assembler, if you include the survival kit. So this is going to be a little bit challenging. Now what I will do is I will list all of the mods down below in the video description so that you guys can have a look through that and decide if you want to use those mods for yourself. Now, one of the other things to consider with this mod is that it also changes the distribution of gold, obviously. So we will only be able to access gold on the moon, on Europa and on Titan. So that means we do not have access to jump drives, and we will need to physically fly this ship all the way to the moon to mine gold to then build jump drives. So that's going to be a little bit challenging. What I've done to kind of alleviate that a little bit is I have downloaded a mod to change the top speed of the game. So normally the top speed of the game is 100 meters per second, but I've actually changed that to 250 meters per second by downloading this mod. Again, link for that will be down in the video description. So I think the first order of business in this series will be to provide some power to this starter ship, I guess you could call it. Now what we do have available to us is, I believe this ship has 2 large grid batteries on either side of this cargo container here in the middle. We also have access to this hydrogen engine. However, I don't really want to run this too much because I would like to keep the hydrogen for my jetpacks. Thankfully, you don't use much jetpack fuel while being in space, so the hydrogen should go a fairly long way. Now I think what I'll do to start off with is put these 2 solar panels on the side here. So we'll start by getting rid of these blocks, and I think what I'll do is I'll kind of make the solar panels into kind of wings. I mean, obviously they're not wings to fly the ship, but it will kind of look like they are. So we'll place one here, and then we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. And that should hopefully give us enough charge to charge the batteries, or enough power to charge the batteries. But unfortunately what I will need to do is a boatload of stone mining by hand to get all the materials for this, to then be able to build these these solar panels. So the second order of business after we get these solar panels complete is to put some drills on this ship, because I really don't want to be mining a lot by hand. So what my plan is to remove this conveyor tube, put a conveyor junction here, put another conveyor junction here, and in front of that I will put my drill. That should leave this cabin airtight, which will then mean that I can actually breathe. But the problem is that these curved conveyor tubes or conveyor junctions require small steel tubes. and the survival kit is not capable of building those. So in addition to building these solar panels, I will also need to build one of these basic assemblers. So I think what I will do is put the basic assembler here. Now I believe it only has one cargo port, so we'll just place it there temporarily, and once we have enough materials we can go ahead and get that built. Now there is one thing I would like to mention. Normally in my saves I tend to run with simulated sound or realistic sound. So what that basically means is that when you know, the sound changes when you enter an atmosphere. So in here it would be louder, and then obviously when you step out this door and the oxygen escapes, the sound would be different. However, I did do a little bit of a dry run of this series before starting this video, and I had some problems with that sound. So I've just gone back to arcade, and I know a lot of people will love that because not many people really like the realistic sound. So yeah, it's kind of a bonus for you guys, but it kind of sucks for me. But oh well, it won't stop us from progressing through this series. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so I pulled the ship about as close to this asteroid as I possibly could to avoid having to make a million trips back and forth. And I managed to get myself enough resources to get both of these solar panels done. So if we have a look in the control panel, we should be positively charging these batteries. So we got current output, current input. Yeah, so they are charging, but you know, it's going to take 5 hours, but that should be enough hopefully. So now that we've got our power sorted, we should probably think about getting this assembler done. The only problem is this is another bug that I kind of encountered when I was setting up this series as well. Normally what I would be able to do is add something to the build planner. So let's say I'll add this to the build planner, right? Just this beam block, so 25 steel plates. What I should be able to do is grab the beam block, so we'll grab our beam block here, and I should be able to go Control Shift middle mouse button, and it will manufacture the components for everything that is in the build planner. So let's just try it out and see what happens. Okay, let's go into production, and see, it builds like 10 of them. So 250 steel plates, but I don't need that many steel plates. So I don't know. Maybe I just go shift and middle mouse button. Alright, let's try that. Maybe I'm using the wrong button combo. Maybe it's not a glitch and I'm just being silly. Info, production. Yeah, okay, so it's not a glitch in the game. It's me being stupid. Alright, cool, so let's continue. Oh, that makes my life so much easier because I was manually constructing all the components for these solar panels myself, and that was getting really old really quickly. So we should have a basic assembler. Let's go, what did I say? Shift middle mouse button click. All components put into production. Very nice. Okay, let's wait for that and let's get this assembler done. Then we can start getting our drill done. And we can, I don't know, what do I do after that? I think maybe after that I will try and hunt down some cobalt. So we'll probably go on a mission to try and hunt for some wrecks. Alright, awesome. So we've got our assembler done. Now we can start building the components that I need for these two conveyor junctions and also the drill. And now that I've figured out my mistake in using the build planner, we should hopefully be able to do that pretty easily. So let's find our junction, so we'll add 2 of these, so 1, 2, and a drill. Now I need a large grid version of that. Yep, cool, large grid. And then what I want to do is let's find our survival kit. Actually, I'm going to unhide this. I want to show that on the terminal. Let's go survival kit.
Energy critical.
I might turn that off for now, and then if I go shift middle mouse button, that should put everything into production on the basic assembler. Let's make sure that it hasn't done 10 of that stuff. So it says that I need 2,635 iron ingots. How many ingots do I actually have? I've only got 929 by the looks of it. So, okay. We're going to have to do a fair bit more mining by hand before I can actually do what I need to do. Or build what I need to build. let's turn this thing back on. Cool. And recharge myself. Alright, cool. So I've got enough power now. Man, I would really love to get my hands on that rust freighter. Do I risk it? Nah, I think... That's strange. It seems to have stopped. Why has it stopped? That is very interesting. Now I've equipped my bottle. Is it stuck on a Ooh. I might go check this out. Let's go check it out. So I'll turn my inertial dampeners off. And I really hope my respawn pod doesn't disappear off the HUD. I don't think it will. I think it should just stay there. Because it's like a permanent GPS marker. Even though it's like a movable object. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to this thing, but I want to slow down before it starts shooting at me. Which I'm within range of its guns, so it very well could. I wonder if this thing is caught in the Earth gravity. That kind of makes sense. Can I still see my GPS marker for the respawn pod? Yes, I can. Let's pull out my gun for whatever this thing is worth. Now I think there is a gun on the back of this thing. Why is this not firing at me? That is bizarre. Has it run out of power? Okay, so far so good. Now... Okay, now it seems to be moving. Let's see here. Are there any guns right here? I don't know. I think there is a gun here somewhere. Oh, she's going at full steam. Well, I guess this is one way to get steel plates or metal grids. Wow, man, this thing is steaming ahead at quite the rate. Oh, there goes my pod. Do I really want to be here? Oh man, my respawn pod is so far away now. Now I do know that there is a weapon here somewhere. Ah! Oh no! Well, it was worth a shot, I guess. What did I lose in that? I don't think I really lost anything. I still got my grinder, my drill, and my welder. But yeah, that was quite interesting. I think the speed actually killed me on that one. So as soon as I put my jetpack on, I think what I probably should have done in that scenario, I just vented all the oxygen, was probably, so for next time, what I should probably do is go Control Z, which will kind of auto dampen myself to the ship. And then I could have kind of poked around and seen if I could have gotten a hold of that weapon. Because there was an interior turret in that rust freighter somewhere. I probably could have taken that out if I had have done auto dampeners. Oh well, nevertheless, let's get started with some more exciting mining. Okay, so I think it's fair to say that I've done a fair bit of mining. So as you can see from this hole, it's, yeah, pretty big. So I've gathered enough components so that we can build our drill. One other thing I would like to build on this thing is also an ore detector. So I believe I have enough components to build that also, but let's go ahead and start getting this drill sorted out. Now what I will do, one other thing I didn't realize as well when I would like to say that the rust freighter killed me, but it was more of a suicide run. So before I decided to suicide my character, yeah, I lost my oxygen bottle and my hydrogen bottle. And so let's have a look in here. We'll go in here, have a look at the basic assembler. I can't actually manufacture any bottles. Or wait, can I? Oh, no, I can. Awesome. All right, I'm going to queue up 2 of these. Okay. Like I said, it's been so long since I started a new game that I'm really not sure what these things are capable of, these basic assemblers. So, okay, awesome. That's really good. Also, I don't need any metal grids to get the ore detector built, I don't think. If we have a look at the ore detector here, I think, yeah, the detector components, I don't think I need anything special for that. So what do I need for that? Nickel. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to build 20 of those. Do I actually have those? I don't think I have any detector components, do I? No. Okay, cool. So that should be fine. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this block. No, wait, sorry. There was one other thing I wanted to do. So let's go into the control panel here. Let's find our air vent. Air vent, there we go. And we will set this to depressurize so that I do not waste any oxygen, because that kind of stuff is at a premium at this point in time. And it's still depressure, yeah, the space was still pressurized. I think, yeah, I think honestly I had more oxygen in the, yeah, inside the ship, if that makes sense. It kind of makes sense to me. Alright, let's find our drill. So we want our drill about there. Ooh, looks like I need to back the ship up just a little bit. Let's jump in. Alright, let's jump out. And now we should be able to place our drill. So, our drill shall go here like this. Which way do I want to put it? I swear this thing has some writing on it. It does. There we go. So it goes that way. Okay, so let's add this to the build planner, this to the build planner, and this to the build planner, and let's get this stuff welded up. Cool, and we are done. So now we finally have a drill available to us. That is going to make my life a lot easier. So let's test this thing out actually. So I think this space here is not pressurized anymore because I set that to depressurize, which is fine. Let's jump in our cockpit. Air vent depressurize on or off. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that was already on the hotbar. Okay, so let's add our drill to the hotbar. So block tools. We'll add that. I might get rid of this. Get rid of that. Add this to the first position. Let's go to all blocks. Where's our air vent? Air vent, air vent, air vent. There we go. And set depressurize on or off. Okay, cool. So let's test out our drill. I'd say that works pretty well. Apart from the fact that I have not really that many lights. Okay, so that's the next thing that I would like to sort out, I guess. I suppose we could wait until the sun comes around and just use that, but yeah, where's the fun in that? So I actually do have a light here. Is this light on? Maybe I should increase these lights here a bit. Alright, so where is the radius of this thing? No, that's the drill. I want the light. Air vent! What? Come on, show me the light, please. Ah, fine game. I will sit in the control seat and do it. Okay, so finally I found my corner light at the front, so let's change the fall off to 2. Let's change the radius to 10. And the offset, I'm going to set that to It looks like they've configured it so the offset goes down rather than forward. So I'm going to leave the offset to maybe... we'll go 1 meter, that should be fine. So let's go 1. Intensity, I'll leave it at 4, that should be fine. I might change it to 190 and 215 to give it a little bit of a blue tinge. That's just the way I like it. Interior light, now I'm pretty sure this is the one on the front. So the offset of this, I'll set it to its maximum. Then I'm going to set the radius to about 20 meters, and that should hopefully give us a little bit more light. We'll go 190 and then 215 on this one as well. Gives a little bit of a blue tinge. Fall off will be 2, and intensity will be about 2.0. I think that should be heaps. Okay, so yeah, now we have a fair bit of light. Okay, so let's change. I don't think we need to change our camera at this point. But now we can do boatloads of mining really fast. The only problem is the bottom of the ship is actually quite close to this asteroid, so it's probably not the best asteroid to be mining, to be honest. But I don't want to get too much of this stuff. I think that should be heaps. So as it is, the thing is already quite sluggish. So we should be able to... Where is the sun? I think it's underneath this asteroid. Yes, it is. Okay, so I might mark this oh, that's right. What I wanted to do is build an ore detector. What am I doing? Okay, so let's add that to the build planner. So let's find our detector. Add that to the build planner. Withdraw the components for said object. Cannot withdraw 10, 29. What? I thought I had all those components built. Okay, let's go shift middle mouse button. Then it should put all those components into production. Missing items. Nah, I'm pretty sure. Surely we have... Yeah, we've got silicon wafers. Okay, so now I just got to wait for this to be mined. Wow, 39.6k stone. Okay, yeah, that is definitely a lot faster than doing it by hand. And looks like we've got our survival kit going crazy. And then we've also got the basic assembler going crazy. So I wonder, what is the power looking like in this kind of scenario? So we are, yeah, current input fully depleted in 16 hours. That's not too bad. How much sun are we getting? We're getting 3 bars. So maybe if I move it out away from the asteroid a little bit, we'll get a little bit more power. So let's move it back just a little bit. I might just use the single side thruster to save a little bit of fuel. Or a little bit of power, I guess. Which, in the case of this ship, I guess you could call it its fuel. Okay, there we go. So we should be getting full sun right here. So let's exit out of the cockpit. No, actually we can check from here. Let's have a look. Battery A. Input 137. Fully depleted in 7 days. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay, now we just have to wait for all this stuff to be built. And then I can build my ore detector. So one of the other things I didn't mention at the start of this episode was that this mod also changes, not only does it change the ore distribution, so where the ores are located, you know, depending on planets and asteroids and that sort of jazz, is the depth of the ore. So what I have done, and I actually do this in the vanilla game, I download a mod that increases the range of the ore detector to about 1.25 kilometers, because honestly in space you've got to fly around an asteroid for 3 days just to find an ore deposit on it in some cases, and if they're going to be buried deep into the asteroid, you kind of got no chance in actually finding that stuff. So I definitely think that's going to help us out a bit. So yeah, alright, let's wait for these components to be built. Oh, it looks like they are. Okay, alright. Now the question is, where am I going to put this thing? I would really like to place it there, but we do have a light on the bottom. Don't know if I really want to get rid of that. Okay, maybe we can... Can we place it here? We could. But do I want to? Decisions, decisions. Where shall I place this thing? I think I'm going to place it here at the back. I think that should be fine. So let's get rid of these 2 blocks. And let's go ahead and place our ore detector down here. So we shall reverse it, place it there, and let's weld this thing up. Alright, cool. This thing's starting to look pretty cool. Actually no, it's really ugly, but it is looking really functional. So there is that. Alright, let's jump in here. Turn our ore detector on. So I'm probably going to add that to the hotbar. So toggle block on or off. So it is actually on. So what have we got here? We have nickel and iron. Okay, so let's go into our GPS menu. Let's go new. Asteroid. Iron. And I said nickel, didn't I? Yep, iron and nickel. Was it iron and nickel? Yeah, I was right. Okay, so that's two of the ores that we need. The only other thing we need now is silicon. So what's this business shipment? Can I extract components from that? I don't know if I can or not. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to head to the moon. I don't know if I can actually get cobalt from there. Can I? No, it seems like I can't get cobalt from there. The only place I can get cobalt is from a planet, so such as Earth. I don't really know if I want to go all the way down to that planet to then get... so here's my conundrum. The main problem with going out and hunting wrecks is that at some stage I'm going to come across one of these pirate bases that's going to spam drones after me. And with this ship in this current configuration, I just have no way to defend myself against those. So realistically, I need magnesium, but I don't know if the moon has magnesium. So does the moon have magnesium? No, it doesn't. So Europa does, Titan does, and again, the Earth planet does. The only way I think I can get down to the Earth planet is by flying as close to it, mining some cobalt, and then flying all the way back. But for that, I need a refinery. Okay, so how am I going to tackle this? This is really proving to be quite the challenge. Okay, before we go any further, let me go into the menu here. I'm going to group up my front thrusters. So we've got forward thrust, 1, 2, and... no, I want my backward thrust. Let's put these into a group. So backward thrust. Okay, so now that we have that in a group, let's go to our hotbar. Let's find our groups. Let's right click on this and toggle block on and off. So what this will let me do is basically just move forward, and then I don't have to keep expending power to continue moving forward. I know that what you can do is turn the dampeners off. I don't like doing that, and the reason for that is very simple. I like to be able to turn my ship, and then the ship follows a new direction, as you can see here. If you turn off the dampeners, then it will just kind of drift sideways. And yeah, I still like to have steering. So wait, what? Wait. Why is that asteroid iron and nickel? Wait, did I rename? I did too. I renamed the one that was the station. Okay, let's rename this to the station. Okay, that's alright. Okay, I think I will go back and create a GPS marker for that. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. Okay, so I've set up my GPS marker for that location. Now we can head towards Earth-like and hopefully get out... Wait, is that the moon or is that the moon? I'm not really sure. So my plan at this point is to get... this sound is really loud. So, okay, so my plan at this point is to find an asteroid that is quite close to Earth-like, because I'm going to use that as kind of a staging area. And I think what I'll do is I'll have to ferry a bunch of cobalt to and from the planet using just my jetpack. That's going to be, I think, the safest way to go. If I do run into any wrecks in the meantime, then maybe I will, locate... Yeah, if I do run into any wrecks, then maybe we can pillage some resources from that. But I also need magnesium so that I can build ammo and metal grids. Once I get a Gatling gun on this thing, then I'll kind of feel a bit safer trying to pilfer wrecks and things like that. Alright, so I'm really not sure how far away I am actually from this planet, although I have found myself a little bit of ice. So this is definitely going to be helpful. So I think I'll grab some of this for my jetpack and also my oxygen, which will come in handy quite a lot. Also, in about that direction over there, I have found an SPRT Mayday. So the question is, do I risk flying over there and seeing what it is? I suppose I could fly over there with just my jetpack and just figure it out without having to risk the respawn pod. But yeah, like I said, if it ends up being... Yeah, so we have an SPRT Mayday over there in the direction of that asteroid there. So that is interesting. Alright, let's position this thing a bit better so that we can have a look at this ice deposit. You know what I would really like to do? And I think I am going to do it actually. I'm going to put some spotlights on the front of this thing because these other lights are just not cutting it. Okay, so I've got my spotlight components ready to go. The only problem is, where do I actually put it? I can't grind away this corner light here because I'm pretty sure that is the only thing holding this window in place. So my only option really is to get rid of this and then go ahead and place a spotlight right there. Is that going to get in the way of the drill though? That's the question. I might... Okay, let's get rid of that and let's place our spotlight probably way back here so that it doesn't interfere with me mining. Alright, let's weld this up. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it on the top because it looks more symmetrical that way. So let's just place it... Okay, alright, that'll do. Let's place it there. Okay, so let's set the radius of this thing to be something ridiculous like 160 meters. Yeah, that seems good. Let's change this to 190, 215, like I do with everything else. There we go. And let there be light. Fantastic. Oh, these magnetic boots are really annoying. Okay, let's jump in here and see what we got. Okay, let's adjust this spotlight a little bit. I think the intensity needs to go up quite a bit. That is much better. So intensity is 5. I might change the light back to pure white because that kind of makes more sense. Unfortunately though, it looks like the ice is a fair way beneath the surface. Now I don't know if that means that it's 50 or 30 meters away from the surface, or if it's 30 meters away from where the detector is, because if it is, then it's not actually that far away. Okay, let's right click drill and see how far in we can get. I think it's actually from where my character is, so that kind of makes more sense. Ah, sweet, there we go. I'm almost through, but my wings are getting caught. Okay, let's change my view here. Can I mine some of this? Oh, I can get a little bit. Okay, so with that little bit of mining out of the way, let's see how much ice that actually yielded us. 6.33k and 7.61k. Yeah, that should be heaps for what we need, at least for this point in time. And I am definitely going to mark this one, so let's mark this one. So that's one of the other things I didn't mention before, is that yeah, ice seems to spawn everywhere. So that should be no problems finding ice, which is great because I don't really want to have to struggle just to use my jetpack. So ice, and what was the other thing? Silver. Yep, so silver we need for our med bays and things like that. So perhaps while we're here, I can grab some of that as well. And silver. Okay, cool. So that, however, I do believe will be buried deep within this asteroid. So let's see. I don't have an antenna on this thing, which means I don't exactly know where this silver deposit is. So we have our ice over there, and silver is on the other side. Oh, here we go. It's on the surface. Okay, cool. So I'll bring the ship around to this side, and we'll just use the ship to mine. You know what? I don't really need that much silver, so I might just mine that by hand. And I can't actually refine that stuff anyway. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so let's continue on. The question is, do I check out this wreck? Where did I say that was? So asteroid is over there. So I think it was about there where this stuff was. Alright, I found the Mayday. There it is. Okay, cool. So let's go check this out with our jetpack. Now, do I have any weapons? I don't. Okay, let's go check it out anyway. Oh, no, wait, hang on. I need an oxygen bottle and at least one hydrogen bottle before we go check this thing out. And I pray that it is not one of those drone spamming SPRT facilities. Where did I place those bottles? Or where did they go? Okay, here we go. So I might manufacture myself one more bottle. One more hydrogen bottle and one more oxygen bottle. Just for, I don't know, just in case. Okay, cool. So we have enough to get us there and back. So let's head on over there. I said it was this asteroid, didn't I? Okay, let's turn our dampeners off so that we can just drift there. And we should be good to go. So I think my character's top speed is somewhere around the realm of like 300 meters per second, which is not too bad. So yeah, 310 meters per second. That's actually pretty good. We're going to make pretty good progress doing that. And this actually looks like a really big asteroid too. Or maybe it's actually behind this asteroid. Maybe it's not actually on this asteroid, this SPRT signal. Although I think it is, because it was slightly less distance than that asteroid that we were at before, which is that one up there. And yeah, I can see something in the distance here. So we've got 7.9 kilometers to go. I don't think this asteroid is 7.9 kilometers. Nah, definitely not. So it's just kind of straight ahead. The problem is I don't really have a camera this time to kind of check it out remotely. And I can't see anything kind of glistening in front of me, so I really have no idea where this thing is. I'm just going to drift along at about 50 meters per second so that I don't go too fast. And I'm just waiting for this thing to show up again so that I can determine the distance between me and it. Oh, I think I might have located it. It might actually be this object here. Yes, it is. Okay, let's attempt to get close to this thing. And we'll know pretty quickly if it has any guns active, because it will start firing on me once I get into its range. I dare not go any closer. I think we're in range of its guns, if it has some. Alright, so it's 1.29 kilometers from us, so let's move in a little bit closer until it starts firing on me. Yeah, I really would like to know the distance. Usually it tells you once you get a little bit closer that it's, you know, under a kilometer or something like that. Unless this one is slightly different to the rest that I have encountered in the past. Well, I dare say If this thing had any guns, I would be well in the range of those guns. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Man, that unknown signal, that was the worst timing. That actually made me jump a little bit. Alright, so let's see if we got some metal grids here. Nah, steel plates. What do we got here? Nah, steel plates. Do we have any metal grids there? No. I don't believe we do. Do we have any... Are there any weapons around? Ooh, the sensor went off. What is that? Access denied. Let's grind this down, see what we can get out of this. Nothing. And it doesn't have any components. I would... Whoa! What in the heck? What is that? What the... Whoa! Crikey. Oh man, that made me jump. Oh man. Woo. That got the heart racing. Woo. I've never seen that one before. That is pretty cool. SPRT mine beacon. Oh man, please don't send those things after me, eh? That's not cool. Whew. Body location. Alright, so we're 20 k's out. Alright, I'm gonna go back. I'm going to exact my revenge on these guys. I want your components. Alright, so we're back at the wreck. Now I'm gonna do a bit of a flyby here and see if there's any guns on this thing. And I want to retrieve my bottles, so to that end, I'm gonna find my body and let us retrieve all of my stuff. I don't really care about the tools because I did change in the settings that I spawn with tools, so that should be fine. Now, what is that? I have no idea. And there's our little drone that wants to try and kill me. Come on, buddy. Let's dance. Too slow for me, buddy. Although I don't want him to blow up the valuable stuff in this wreck. So the question is, what do I do? There isn't really much I can do. Come on, come on. Get close, get close. I really wish I had a gun at this point. Ah. Yeah, come on. Ooh. Okay, let's grind this down. Where's that drone gone? I have no idea. It's probably coming to blow me up. Where is it? Ah, it's over there. Okay. Let's grind this down. Come on, metal grids, metal grids. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so we have some metal grids. This guy is coming towards me. Not today, buddy. Not today. So hopefully I can keep him between... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, this is a little bit sketchy. Let's get this. No thruster components. No thruster components in that either. Where's that guy gone? Oh, there he is. Okay, so let me put the ship between me and him. Let's get this thruster here. Try and get some thruster components for a bit of platinum.
Full. Inventory full.
Okay, so I need to dump out some of the stuff that I don't want. So probably this, 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 and this, and these. Okay, whoa. And where's that guy gone? Oh, yep, there he is. He's stuck. Alright, so I'm going to put him between, or put the ship between me and him, and hopefully I should have a little bit of time to kind of scout out this wreck. I don't know if there's any interior turrets in here that I should be worrying about. Whoa! Okay, hello? This is pretty fun. I need to get around this guy. Man. Maybe I'll just let him blow me up. I And the thing is, I can't really go back to my ship because he's going to follow me there as well. So, let's get this antenna maybe. What's that got? Nothing really that I want. What else has metal grids around here? I don't really know. Does the timer block have metal grids? No. Oh, you got pretty close that time. Let's have a look in the interior. Where is this guy? There he is. Okay. So hopefully if I go in here... So we've got bulletproof glass. Do we have metal grids? Metal grids, metal grids. None there. What about the battery? The battery doesn't have metal grids, it's just got power cells. He's right behind there, so... Alright, let's grind this away, this LCD panel.
Inventory full. Inventory
And
full.
that should have metal grids, that rocket launcher. Where is this guy? I don't know, man. I really think he's gonna come after me again, eh? Is he there? Yeah, I think I saw a flash of his thruster. Okay, let's get rid of this, and all the components that I can actually manufacture myself. I don't need that stuff. Let's get rid of that. Let's get this rocket launcher, and it should have... Yeah, well, it's got 30 metal grids.
Full.
I really don't want these large metal
Inventory full.
Let's get rid of this, and this, and grind out the rest of the metal grids. Okay, there we go. So now we have a conveyor junction, which I don't need. Is there a rocket launcher on this side that I can pillage? No, there isn't. I believe that I have sprt mine beacon. Yes. Well, it is definitely a mine. So I've spent so much time avoiding this guy that I really don't know how to... get around him. I have a plan, and it's a little bit crazy. So let's see if it works out. Before I set off implementing this plan, I would like to check this out a bit. So what do radio components have? I don't really know.
Inventory full.
Okay, let's get rid of these and that. And also this and these. And let's grab all the radio components that I can. Okay, cool. So we're full with all valuable stuff. Now, this mine, I expect, is going to chase me the entire way. Oh, no! Oh, no. Alright, let's respawn and go back once again. Oh, I gotta be quick though, because I need to get my body and get all those resources. Alright, and here we are again. Okay, so now I can retrieve my stuff. Whoa! Okay, that was a little bit faster than what I wanted. Let's go back. I think my body is kind of flying at speed. Is it? No, it's stationary. I'm just, flying too fast. Let's get rid of that, because I don't need that. We have 52 thruster components and 45 metal grids. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's check out the rest of this thing. So now that we don't have, you know, suiciding drones chasing after us, we should be able to check this thing out properly. How many thruster components have we got here? None. We don't really have anything else that's really usable. Just conveyors, conveyor junction. What do we got? Some windows. Interior plates, a merge block, a door, just some regular steel plates, some more steel plates, and what's this got? Anything usable? Not really, just some large steel tubes. what do the cockpits contain? I don't think they contain anything useful. No, they don't have metal grids. I didn't think they would because they're kind of like a starter block. This is actually a cool little bridge. It would actually be cool to come and pillage the entire wreck, but I think I've gotten about as much as I really could use from this place. So yeah, and that was surely entertaining. I bet it was entertaining for you guys as well. Well, I think that pretty much concludes this episode. So if you did like it, definitely consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next episode.